Hi everyone, my name is Arama MP Reynolds. I am a special education attorney with MSR Legal and Consulting Services, currently based out of New York. I hope everyone is doing well on this very beautiful fall morning here on the East Coast. Today I wanted to talk about learning loss recovery plans and IEPs. So I'm a special education attorney. What I do is I help enforce parents' rights to a free and appropriate public education or an appropriate education at the expense of the child's school district. And this is in accordance with federal law, the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. So I wanted to talk a little bit about learning loss recovery plans and the difference between that and your child's individualized education plan. So last school year, a lot of school districts got a lot of money to try and combat learning loss. So this is the loss of learning, loss of education as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused many schools, of course, to shut down and some not even really being able to offer full-time in-person learning through the 2021 school year. So these funds are used to, provide services for students with special needs who are impacted by it. And if you're in a district in which this is offered, you may be wondering, well, what is the difference between this and my child's IEP? So I have a few tips. One, of course, is to find out what exactly is being offered to your child, what is available, and why is that particular service being offered to your child. So after you figure out what is being offered, and is it accessible to you, you want to ask questions like, well, how did you come up with this set number of hours, or how did you come up with this delivery of the particular service? Was my child assessed with or without my knowledge? Um, you know, I think it's important to figure out whether there is evaluative data available that the districts relied on in making this recommendation to you for your child in terms of the learning loss and recovery plan. So I think the most important thing to realize, in this process of navigating the learning loss recovery plans and your child's IEP, is to know that your rights are not waived, which means that if you do accept some or all of the learning recovery plan services, you're not necessarily waiving your right to invoke due process and seek compensatory education through, let's say, an impartial hearing or one of the dispute resolution mechanisms that are available to you under the law. So definitely keep that in mind as you are figuring out what this learning recovery plan is all about, and whether your child can benefit from it, and whether your child still needs something more or different. Check out my website, www.msrlegal.org, where I have been blogging since the pandemic started about various topics impacting parents of children with special needs with respect to education policy and developments in this field. So definitely check out my blog, and I'll see you next time. Good luck.